So one of the keys when you're marketing for sustainability is realizing that you can be really in alignment with a lot of other aspects of a company that's going on. Let's take it for example. A lot of organizations, they might have, a marketing department, they might have a sustainability or CSR department, and they probably have a philanthropic department, and maybe volunteerism is done through HR. Well, what you want to be doing is finding alignment. So you want to be making sure that whatever program you're doing, you're not just marketing one-off things, but you're looking at it and saying, hey, if we care about the environment, we're going to have our volunteer efforts to be doing this river cleanup, and we're going to be giving money towards the cleanup of, a forest or a wetland or a park. And therefore, our sustainability story, the things that we're going to be working on are in those regards. And when we're marketing, we're going to be combining and saying, here's how our products and services have an impact in the environment. So it's all aligned. Too often companies, they might have, here's our marketing, thing on sustainability. And oh, by the way, we give money over here and we volunteer over here, and it's not aligned. And it doesn't make good business sense. So just think from a business perspective. If you're spending money, you want it leveraged, you want it aligned. And sustainability is one of those things where it can cause people to think differently and figure out how can we align all these different things and get our message out so we can have stronger brand value. You actually use less money to achieve what you're trying to do. You're going to have your customers and your stakeholders have a better understanding of what you're trying to accomplish. And those that are in line with your message are going to be more drawn to you. You're going to have a stronger brand value and presence with them than your traditional way of just doing these one-offs. And by having that alignment, you're going to be able to leverage resources, your employees are going to be able to buy in, your stakeholders are going to understand where you're going, and you can have a more effective, not only marketing message, but sustainability message at the same time. The most effective way to make sure that your sustainability and marketing message is coming across effectively and that consumers aren't putting you in that category of we don't believe you, is to make sure you're being authentic and aligning your message not only with your core values, but connecting it to that mission and vision. When you're telling your story, realize that sustainability is one of the most effective ways to have that two-way conversation with your consumers, not just a one-way push out, here's what you need to know, but really hearing back from consumers about what they care about. Honesty and transparency play really well with consumers. Now, not every product is the greenest thing on the face of the earth, but if you're transparent about what you're doing, consumers are willing to give you a lot more leeway than they would if you're not. I like to remind people that admitting one negative will validate 10 positives because of that trust issue. As a company, you want to let your consumers know you can't go from A to Z on sustainability in one day. But I found with a number of my clients, as they've reached out to their consumers and even investors and some of the NGOs that are boycotting them, that by bringing them into the fold and telling them, hey, look, we're working on this. This is what we're trying to do. This is our 3-year plan. We can't go from where we are to zero waste or from where we are to 100% biodegradable product tomorrow. But these are the steps we're taking. And what happens is, by having that two-way conversation, they're actually improving their brand value. It's a form of marketing. It's getting people off their back and bought in more as allies than as people that are putting against them. And by aligning your sustainability message, being clear and authentic, by aligning not only with your mission and values, but by aligning with your other philanthropic, sustainability, marketing, PR efforts, even some of your operation efforts, you're going to realize that by having an integrated and aligned message, that you're going to see increased brand value because your message is going to be mutually reinforced to your stakeholders. Your stakeholders will understand how all these things come together. Your employees will understand how all this works together, and it'll show the transparency as to what you're doing and that you're putting your money where your mouth is.